USA International, and it is time for the free short track race here in the ARCA Series. As always with those, it is very, very loose on corner exit, so we need to be aware of that. But as long as we're just not too super aggressive on the throttle, it should be okay. I'm going to go ahead and put that at 60% there, but I'm going to move it to 63 in the car once we get into the race, and leave that there probably for the majority of it. Maybe at the end we'll move it down. I just want it there so I have a little bit extra adjustment ability to go down if it starts getting really, really tight at the end. But only a 45 lap race here. I don't think it's going to get too bad. Well, let's see if we can just qualify without spinning out. I don't know who put this setup together, but we are chipping out pretty much the entire length of the straightaways. That was not a good 1 and 2. Can we get a better exit out of 4? No. Got pretty tight through the center. That didn't really help things. Better 1 and 2 maybe. Slid a little bit. Not a good exit. 21.3 is about the best I did in practice though. Can we get it out of 4 without wrecking? Alright, we're going to gain a little over a tenth. 21.2. Won't be too bad. Puts us 7th at the moment. 21.1's up front. I saw that in practice. I was not able to get up to that, but a 21.2 is not terrible. I'll take that. And we'll see where that puts us for the start here for the 45 laps. Only 45 laps. We have done 50 in the past, and that was a pretty short race, so this should be a fairly short race as well. But going to be all about survival and early on. This is always been a very tricky combo. I've never been the best at it, but I've had some decent runs and some really bad runs. We'll just have to see. Hopefully we don't have to wait too long here in qualifying. We've got just the 3 we're waiting on, but the 20 is not in the server, looks like, so it's going to wait no matter what. But we're sitting P7 solidly so far. Not too shabby. I'd rather start on the bottom at this place. Just got to make sure we don't clip that yellow line too much. If we do, we just need to lift out of it, because if I spin up the tires on that, it will spin to the inside wall very quickly. Didn't feel like I hit the line through the corners very well at all on both those qualifying laps, but we still get a 21.2, so had I been able to do a decent lap, maybe we could have got to a 21.1. Tough to tell. We'll just have to see how the start of this race shakes out. Going to be starting a few rows back on the bottom. Just need to watch for a self-spinner up ahead of us. But we got to make sure we're not a self-spinner. Not going to be easy on cold tires. Especially when you have a lot of cars around you that you're trying to pay attention to, and your focus on corner exit or through the middle of the corner isn't as on point as you'd want it to be. But we're just going to have to make sure we don't screw it up and wreck everybody. It'll be fine. We got some 2X's out there. We got a 4X from one of the guys there, spinning out a couple times, I guess. It is a very, very tough combo. Any short track with the ARCA car really is tough, but you just got to be very, very patient on the throttle and not slam it down. And if you feel the car start to slip, or if you hear the engine rev up a little bit more than you're expecting out of the corner, you just got to lift a little bit. You can't drive through it. It's just going to keep sliding on you, and then you might catch it 1 or 2 times, but the more you do that, the more heat builds up, and it just gets harder and harder and harder to hold on to. Just got to lift a little bit, keep it stable, and keep it good for the long run. Got this where we want it. Make sure we move the brakes back up to 63.
On the inside row. Pit road is closed. We've put in plenty of fuel to finish the race.
We'll see how we can do here.
The estimated SOF is
3,200 strength of field.
We expect to be fighting for the podium.
Pretty good strength of field for a free short track. But these usually get a lot of participation because they are free. Should be a fun one though. Let's hopefully have a good one. I don't remember the last time we've run here in the ARCA series. It feels like it's been a while. Felt like we used to run this just about every season, seemed like, and then we've been away from it for a long time. I could just be completely forgetting, but don't remember the last time I've run here in the ARCA series. I think I did a street stock race here not super long ago. Didn't Nick's League might have run here too? I can't remember. I think it did. I think it ran here. It was going to run the dirt version, but then it switched to the paved in the mini stock. I think that's probably the last time I've been here.
You don't get any extra tire sets for this race.
It's a fun track. It's a tough track. Long straightaways and super sharp corners. I don't think the track exists anymore either, which is sad. There's a lot of that been happening over the last decade. But glad we at least have the digital version as close to how it was in real life here on iRacing. Let's see if we can have us a decent run. We got the night lighting, which is going to be all terrible in the in-car. I prefer racing here in the day. The track's a little bit hotter, it's a little bit slicker, and the lighting is not as bad. It was sunset in the practice session before the race launched, so I figured
Alright, man, we're going green.
the race would be starting earlier than this, since the practice session usually, they're like 2 hour long practice sessions, and I doubt I got in at the beginning of one. Maybe I did. I think they always, I thought they started at the same time that the race does, but maybe that's just the practice session, or maybe that's not even the case. I don't know. I can't remember.
Get ready.
Alright, coming to the green here, 45 laps. Be nice and easy through turn 1 if we can.
The pace car is in.
Leader goes pretty quick. Outside kind of got a slow start. We're going to go 3 wide instantly in front, or attempt to,
Still there.
and just wreck the guy.
Go low. All clear.
Dude, what are you fucking doing?
I think we're clear up top. That was unfortunate. Instant 3 wide and then just dumped the guy from the 6 car there.
Good job, man. You're fifth. There you go, man.
But
Good
we
job.
survive. I'm starting to get loose there through 1 and 2. Just got to be careful with it. Second place, blinking in and out a little bit. And we've settled into P5 at the moment. See if we can just log some laps and try not to heat our tires up too bad. These guys are gonna walk away from us, it looks like.
Lap of the session.
Doing our fastest laps, and they're just kind of gapping us a little bit. We got a little gap behind us. I don't know if he's catching or not. Haven't been looking. But at least we're able to dodge that first thing, and that kind of spread us out a bit.
The car
looks like there's a big gap behind the 1, so that will be fine. Oop, started to step out on me there.
Jason, I'm sorry, I should have been lower. Sorry.
Still doing fastest laps, and I'm getting loose mid-corner and on exit. If I could keep it stable, there's no telling how quick we could be. Those 4 cars in front of us are starting to get closer together. We'll see if anything happens with that. And I imagine, fairly short race, but I imagine we'll see some lap traffic anyway. Since there's no cautions, any contact or spin will set people back far from the back of the pack. .6 in front of us. Kind of just maintaining that right now. So I kind of blew entry there. 0.7. Maybe he is just walking away from us still. Car's feeling good though. Tires are getting up to temp nicely. Haven't felt that slide on exit in a couple laps. It's probably good that the engine's chipping out as much as it is because it keeps me from overdriving and carrying too much speed into the corner and spinning out. Maybe that's why they did it. There was
Thank you.
too much complaining about spinning out on entry. When, if you just lift a little earlier, it would prevent that. It would do the same thing, but I don't know. They make strange choices with setup sometimes. Could just be one of those things too. Alright, top 3 cars are bunched together now, nose to tail. The 5 has fallen off a little bit in front of us here. We'll see if we can catch him enough to maybe make a pass.
21.386.
Might be difficult. Just need to keep the tires underneath it. Don't try and get too much out of the corner. Start heating them up. Just need to keep doing what we're doing. Try and be smooth. Six car misses the corner, gets a big slide or something. I think he grabbed the wall down the straightaway too, or on exit. So that pulls him back from the front by quite a bit. See if he can get back there. I nearly put it in the wall. Starting to get a little bit tight on entry. Might need to be moving those brakes back soon. We're not quite to halfway, so it might be something we end up doing. Feels okay for now, though. But it is definitely getting a little tighter. And we get super loose on the entry to 3 there and overdrove it, but got to slow down enough to make the corner at least. The rear end is hot now, though. It's wanting to beat the front end into the corner now. We're all right. Starting to get loose.
Look, man, you ain't got to do that.
Get behind somebody and think I can pass them. That's getting me to drive a little harder than I need to be. Just need to calm it down. Wait till we get a good run. And we're close enough. First and second place are a little bit spread out now. A couple car links. The 5 has caught the back of the 6. After the 6 had his big slide, wasn't able to recover from it and catch back up. We are struggling on entry now. Need to get that sorted out. Really tight through the center all of a sudden. Maybe time to move the brakes. Or if we can just stop overdriving it, maybe. Help our exit quite a bit. Six car, another big slide. We're driving onto the apron, which is not good. We'll just get the one car past us. And I hopefully won't spin out doing that. Ooh! Heated up the tires real bad there.
Catch.
That was not good. Hadn't entered that low in a long time, so I completely screwed that up.
We have 20 laps to go at the line.
Then we need to try and get it back underneath us so the 3 doesn't catch us. But these guys are racing ahead of us now, so we might have a chance to catch back up, but didn't need that big slide. Oh gosh. Our tires are hot. We might fall back to 7th where we qualified. Six car, pushing it hard on the outside. He gets up into the wall a little bit. He's getting some tire heat build up as well. Car has his tires in much better shape. We may not be able to hold him off, but there's not much room behind him to the next guy. So I would like to stay in front of him if we can, but not looking too good on that possibility. Be nice and smooth out of the corner.
The lead is on 21.794.
Maybe we can sneak around the 6 before he gets around us. We got a lap car coming up though. And I blow the corner again.
Got one inside.
Nope, nothing we can do.
Stay high.
Just gotta back off. Maybe he can open the door on the 6 for us.
Clear
And we
low,
get
clear low.
one of the spots back.
Thanks, Kevin.
Yeah, no problem. Didn't want to stay side by side with the 9 back there. Anyway. Puts us back to 7th, in danger of losing another to 8th.
Got one
So we
out.
can get around the 21 cleanly.
My man lifted yesterday for that corner.
Alright, man, that car is flat down. Stay low. Stay low.
Maybe.
You're clear high. Clear high.
Nearly wrecked. Now we're not close enough to take advantage of this pass, which is unfortunate. See if we can get the rear tires back on it.
We have 10 to go this time by.
10 laps to go. 6 cars still struggling loose. Just need to wait for them to slide up a little bit. Like that.
Got one outside. Still there? What's the line? Three,
Should be able to get them into one, I think.
871. Still there. Stay low.
Or maybe into 2. Or 3, I mean.
Stay low. There's a car on the high side.
Or maybe into 1. Sometime I think we might.
Clear. Outside. All clear, all clear.
Alright, we made the pass. After a little bit of work. Can we hold off the 9? I think he just tapped the wall there. That's going to help us a little bit. He's running a higher entry, but I don't think it's helping him on exit by the look of it. I'm kind of parking it through the center of the corner just to get it to turn so I don't slide up too much. Back to P6 though. At least it's one better from where we qualified. But we don't have it yet.
5 to go at the line.
5 to go.
It's going well. Big Pettis.
Thank you. For tire conservation, this is by far the best setup they've ever had here.
Should be able to hold them off if we're just nice and smooth for these next few laps. Just make sure we don't get a big slide out of the corner. That's what's going to kill us.
21.936.
But I need the white flag like yesterday. You're getting very tight through the center.
Here we go.
Still got that loose off. Got to pay attention to. 2 laps to go. Seems like we're just a little bit quicker out of 2.
Just got the white flag. That means one more lap to go.
White flag. Coming around out of 4, we're going to get our 6th place. 0 incident, I think. We had some pretty good clean racing around us. Except for the very beginning in front of us, but
There you go, man.
we had some good racing.
Driver.
One big slide. Who knows where we would have ended up without that big slide, but probably not much different. But that did overheat our tires quite a bit. I don't know if we ever got much of that temperature back. We were pretty loose. Let's take a look at the tires. 91, that's pretty decent. Kept it even. 220 on the right rear, 232 on the right front. So having the right front be hotter probably saved us a little bit. But our tires quite a bit worse there. But at least we kept them even. That's an accomplishment, isn't it? Let's go to the actual camera here. Go through the incidents there. I didn't see much after the beginning. We'll have to see if there was anything else. And didn't really see that many lap cars. We saw one lap car, I think. But this is the first 11 car getting taken 3 wide there into turn 1 and just gets sent. And nothing he can do about that. I mean, he's clear there, but he had to enter the corner in a bad spot because of the 6 sticking his nose down there, and then the 6 just runs into him. Spins him around, sends him all the way to the back with a massive disadvantage, but doesn't hit anything, I guess. Oh, the 8 gets loose in front of the 9. The 9, nowhere to go, just plows through him there. And that is it. 7 car gets the win. Let's take a look at our big slide, see if we can find that on the timeline here. Probably the 22.7 second lap. Yeah, so I hadn't been entering the corner in the middle of the straightaway the whole race. First I clipped that apron, which gets me loose. Otherwise, he probably could have just gone to my inside, but that sends me down the track, so he gets to our outside. So I just lift here, and then I'm at the bottom, and I just completely botch entry. He comes down, so I jab on the brakes to make sure I don't hit him, but I'm way over driving it because I am not used to being 2.5 lanes lower. But luckily we don't hit him, and we don't take ourselves out either. But that didn't help the right sides. Probably lost 1 or 2% with that, so maybe our tires could have been in the 93s at the end had we not done that, but only lost us 1 spot, I think. Let's see, what position are we in at the line here? Yeah, we are in 6th now, and that's where we finished. So once the 3 gets by us, that's the spot we lose, I guess, and then we eventually are able to pass the 6 to get one of them back. So we could have potentially had top 5 had we not had that slide, but top 6 is all right with the 0x. Really clean through the field. Look at that. Only 5 people with incidents at all, and just 2 4Xs. So that's probably one of the cleanest ARCA races you'll see at USA. Pretty decent. And pretty short video. Pretty short race. But it was fun. We hung on there. We made a couple passes. Some good hard racing. And it was just fun to try and hang on. And we ended up beating the 9 car right at the end. So not a bad race.